are some sus chords, where they came from, and how we can use them. Where sus chords come from can make it a lot easier in finding them. So here's a D chord, and here's a D minor chord. So you notice there's only one note that changes. That one note is going to be the note that we suspend for another note. So for example, if this is my D major chord, one fret higher than the major note is going to be my D sus4. I'm suspending the note that tells me whether it's major or minor for another note. So that works for both major or minor. Same thing with the D sus2 is that we're going to have our first finger here. One fret beneath that is going to be our sus2, which is open. So here's a D, sus2, D minor, sus2. Same thing works for an A chord. So if here's an A, then only one note changes between my A and A minor. So that second string is going to be the one that we're going to move up for a D sus4 after the major, or below for a minor. Remember, both work for each. So here's D sus2. Same thing works for an E. Here's an E, E minor, one note higher from the major. The third string is one that changes. So you're going to E sus4. So now that we know some sus chords and where they came from, let's learn how to use them. The examples I'm going to be using are D, D sus2, and D sus4. So what we can do is we can put them in between parts of rhythms. So for example, rhythm 5, down, down, up, down, up. I can put a D sus2 on beat 2. Or I can put a D sus4 on beat 2. Really, you can use them as often or as little as you want. It's just kind of a nice way to spice up some strumming. You can really get crazy with it. We can go. Good way to kind of work through this is to kind of maybe write out a rhythm and add in just some things so that way you can see, okay, well, what if I put a D sus2 here or a D sus4 there? It'll work with any sus chord and on any chord.